You didn't come this far to play small. This is Winning Daily, the podcast that builds winners in life and in business. Welcome home.
Here with the clacker, with the click today. Let's do that.
Clack.
Here we go, guys. We're back with another episode. I have my partners here, Jason Tam and Adam Mai. And right before this, we were talking about crawfish boils. And it was funny because moving to California, you're talking about the crawfish boils that are like, there's like sauce in a bag.
Yeah.
Dude, you take that to Louisiana, they're going to kick you out. they're going to kick you out. Hey, shout out Andrew.
Shout out the background noise.
Shout out Andrew from behind the scenes. Don't worry, we'll cut this. It's like, we're going to keep it in. But anyways, we're talking about that. And you guys have some new equipment in y'all's gyms. You guys want to talk about that?
Man, that was a hard transition.
Yeah.
From a fish crawdad boil to panada.
Well,
We're going from Louisiana to Italy right away.
Well, the reason why I transitioned that hard is because I was thinking about my son, and he's always like, "Oh, I want to go to Louisiana, And then I just remembered
he also does work for us.
He needs to hit you up, is what I was thinking.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, and I'm looking at your phone right now.
Yes.
So,
The rumors are true.
We make fun of it because like I was talking to Gabe the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, we keep it in the family. If I'm not with you, I'm with your son."
Yeah, he does all the equipment installs and moving equipment and all the maintenance work, right, for you guys.
Yeah. No, he's awesome, and we did finally get our panada equipment in. It's a huge win for Adam and I. It's something that we've been working on since March.
Take off the hoodie. Show him the gains already, bro.
Oh, I have an inappropriate shirt. I don't know if this is for a Winning Daily.
Dude.
Nipsey Hussle.
Oh, it's not inappropriate, dude. It's
Marathon continues. I thought it would be an appropriate shirt because marathon continues. We got the new equipment in. Been something we've been working on, Adam and I, for I want to say months, going on 6-7 months. Flew out to the Arnold, met with the owner, sat with them for
the owner of Panada, right?
Owner of Panada sat with them for how long?
Yeah, so we thought it was gonna be 10 to 15-minute max.
15-minute conversation.
15 minutes to like 20 minutes. We spent pretty much the whole entire day
The
there.
whole day there.
And it was like 2 to 3 different meetings of like, I think each time was about an hour. But we came back. We would come get to a point, leave, come back, and then do it again. And that was not a 15.
You guys are shopping, right? Damn,
No, I mean we were. One thing, if you're in the gym industry, if you're a trainer, or you're a client, or you just stumbled upon this podcast, Panada's the best equipment out there. I mean, hands down. I do love a lot of equipment brands. There's a lot of up and coming ones, but everything I've tried, Panada has never disappointed me. So for me, knowing that I'm in the gym space and now I have the opportunity to pick equipment that I want, that I like, that I would have in my home, it was a no-brainer to see if we can come to some kind of partnership with it. I've been in the industry, strictly gym, for 7 years. I've had 2 gyms. Adam's been in for 5 years. We've run the most successful gyms when we were with a particular franchise at the time, and we felt like that was a missing piece for us, just to kind of give back to our people, give back to the clients that have stayed with us, give back to the trainers. It was like, okay, now that we're allowed to go out there and search equipment, I'm going to search the best. I'm going to search the best, and I'm going to see if we can forge a partnership with them. So we didn't go there with the intention of say, hey, we want to pick up a couple pieces, right? We went there with the intention of like, how can we get a partnership with the best equipment company in the world, in my opinion, and us growing as a gym brand? Like, how can we make that happen? And so I think that's why that conversation was longer. I think there was more layers to peel back. It was more in depth. You got to understand, Panada does gyms. When I'm talking about partnership wise, they do massive gyms. If you're in the gym space, you've heard of the Oxygen Gym in Dubai, right? They have literally apartments there for bodybuilders to live there, do prep there. There's a cafeteria in there, then you work out. So these guys don't mess around when you go there. And if you look at those gyms, they're completely fitted with Panada. It's made in Italy. It's top of the line. So
and they have different lines.
They have different lines. There's now they're coming out with different lines. They're coming out with some that are more unique, like a smaller footprint for some. They're coming out. There's some. I think they call them like the Legend brand, where they're more with
old
the
school with the chains and stuff. I see.
Yeah.
They kind of have like that Nautilus style leg extension. If you guys
know,
you know.
Yeah, the new ones. And again, this may be super boring to you, and I understand if you're listening, because when I tell my wife, I see her head going, "Oh, cool, yeah."
Well, from like a retention perspective, because thinking about like the gym space as a whole, I just sent you guys this the other day. It was like, gyms are changing; they're going beyond just a gym now,
right?
And all that sense. But you guys being gym owners and collecting piece of equipment, like we talk about Mike, and his gym. And
shout out Fitness Mania
in
Riverside.
Yeah, shout out Mike at Fitness Mania Riverside. By the way, just got my membership back over there. Yeah,
he's not gonna give you a discount, bro. All right, chill.
No, but like there's certain pieces that they've collected over there. He's a good example of that. And I think that from like a retention perspective, or if like you go to any gym and you're just a gym member, or if you go to a gym because you train with a personal trainer, or you are a personal trainer or a gym owner, I think everybody appreciates good equipment. What they don't appreciate now is commercial gym equipment.
Right.
I think that's a dime a dozen. I think it's quickly becoming a thing of like, yeah, it's the same old stuff in here. And, you know, there's a lot of big clubs out there that are opening. Like you see a lot of the big commercial gyms, and not to knock their business model, because they're doing well. Like EOS has a bunch of that kind of stuff.
I mean, like I said, there's a place for everyone. Planet Fitness is, I think, the #1 health club in the country or the world. They're pretty much up there. But that's based off of like EFT and memberships.
Yeah.
You know, it depends what your model is, depends what you're going for. I kind of have a feeling they can care less about the equipment. They're more like a low entry. All right. And then you get in there and then you kind of forget about your dues and you don't really care to cancel it. And you go in there and you can walk and read a book. You can eat pizza, I heard.
Yeah.
Every Friday. Planet Fitness. So I mean, it's a different demographic. There's something for everybody.
Most people are going to a gym out of convenience. Like most people go to a gym out of convenience. Like me, to go to Mania is a 45-minute drive. But to make it there 2 days out of the week for, you know, a belt squat or, you know, certain pieces of chest equipment or something like that, again, you know, they have collectible pieces there. So I think when you're more fitness aware, I'm doing the air quotes for those of you guys that are listening. And it brings me to my story that I was talking to you guys about before this. I talked to a guy on the phone because I had this issue with Chase Bank. I had a call, finally get an American on the phone with customer service. And I guess the guy could see my ID. And he asked me, do you work out? And I was like, why would he ask me that? Like, you can't tell that by just someone's voice. And I was like, yeah, of course, you know, I'm in the fitness space and, you know, this, that, and the other. So we started talking, and I was stuck in traffic on a long drive home yesterday. And so I talked to the guy for 49 minutes about fitness, bro. I swear, dude. If
Basically, you're on a date.
Yeah, dude. If I was a personal trainer, I would have totally picked this guy up for an online client. I just don't have the time. And anyways, I was talking to him, and he is he's about to be 40 in January. He's a 39-year-old male, and he was 285 pounds, 5'9". And he came down from 285 because he was very unhappy. So he was depressed, and he would just eat because he was, you know, emotions. I was like, yeah, eating your feelings is a real thing. And I was talking to him about this, and he was like, well, what advice would you say to someone? And he started describing himself. Well, I said, well, if you're talking about yourself, you know, and then I just kind of like reiterated some things just to measure where he's at. Because to me, someone in their fitness journey, and bringing it back to the gym equipment thing here for a second, you're either beginner, you're intermediate, or you're advanced, right? And if you're fitness aware, you can be beginner. And then the more aware you become of these things, the more you start to pay attention to these things. Like, wait a minute, this piece of chest equipment is 100. I'm like way more sore. This one's way better than this. So
the mechanics is different. You start to pay attention to those little nuances.
Exactly. And that's what this guy was starting to do. And so he's like, look, man, I'm like 14% body fat right now. You know,
that's actually not bad. I'm like,
it's not bad.
Yeah, he came down from 285 to 205, and I said, look, not much is going to change from here. Your body weight can stay the same at 205, but to elevate your muscle mass and keep the body fat down, he's like, yeah, I want to be, you know, like 6% body fat. I said, then here, you know, here's the way to do it. He's running in a weighted vest, and I was kind of pointing out a couple things for him, like fitness wise. I said, you're intermediate on your way to advanced. I said, this is, you know, so once you are more aware of what's going on, you're going to fine tune these things. Like right now, he's still hitting it really hard, running with a weighted vest miles every day.
Grinding himself down.
Yeah, grinding himself down. And so I started pulling back a bit. I said, hey, look, man, you know, you're going to be 40. You want to really, it's like, I'm from the South. When you cook a brisket, it's low and slow. We have a saying, if you looking, you ain't cooking. I said, look, man, maybe you try some steady state cardio, and then you separate those days out on, you know, some like hit days or something like that. Maybe you want to do 2 days of hit, and then like
did you know if he enjoys doing that stuff though?
He does. And that's and I thought about you. It's so funny you say that. But I said, I don't want to take away what you enjoy doing. It's like, there's
a big difference between like doing it because you know you think it's going to make you healthy, and then enjoying it. We know like, hey, you're running yourself down. And that's why I would ask people, like, do you enjoy running marathons? Because I don't see fun in it, but if you do, then I get it. It makes sense. I don't want to take it away, but you're right.
And I said, the weighted vest on stuff's awesome, man. I said, I did that for years with the weighted vest before it was even cool. I got looked at like I was a weirdo.
I used to wear the mask. And it looks so weird.
The training mask?
Yeah, the training mask, the elevation mask.
Yeah.
He used to wear those, and I'd be like, and I felt like a douche inside the gym. No, that's what it. But it helped my breathing to like actually run further for me because I have asthma and I had really weak lungs. And
What were you training for? The
huh?
What were you training for?
UFC, dog. What are you talking about?
Dana, why did you sign you? Yeah, did 5 pounds for a championship.
Gosh, man.
I don't get the mask.
No, it was.
Do you have pictures of yourself in the mask?
Yeah, but I mostly did it at home.
He's like, I was born in the darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
Right over here.
Here comes this guy. It actually,
we got a shooter in the building. No joke. I don't want to joke about that, but dude.
It actually started because somehow we convinced each other, all of us guys that didn't really do that much cardio, all that stuff. We were just athletic guys that in the gym, but we convinced each other to do a triathlon. And,
okay. I remember your story.
Yeah, and then so when we're doing that, my breathing, I can't say I'm not a runner because when you say you're not, like I've been trying to break this habit of mine where it's like, don't say you're not something, you just don't like it. So once you do it, then you become to do it, right? But I would tell people, I'm like, I'm not a runner, I'm not a swimmer, I don't like these things, right? Like, well, you go to the beach, but it's not like I swim laps. I hated that crap. But then that was the whole thing because every research we did for triathlons, for swimming, for running, it's these zone breathing techniques.
Right.
And you have to like learn it. And it sucked. And when the mask helped.
Okay. I mean, if you say so, bro, I'm can't wait for it.
Do you guys remember the shoes that like have individual toe
The
things?
Vibrams.
Yeah, is that what they're called?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, I had those, bro.
I believe you did. You're from I can see that. I mean, the allegations are you guys are beating these allegations.
Yeah, and then the funny thing is, I had them too, but I don't wear them outside the house.
You went grocery shopping with them, huh?
Yeah. No, I used to wear them to the gym.
No, but you after you hit the
gym, I would just
shopping in those and.
No, I would just squat in them. I'd squat and deadlift in them. But yeah, I truly believe that is the future of this as well, especially for, the people that are looking for a premium gym membership. They're going to be looking for places that have really good equipment. It's like you realize like, hey, this $30 a month membership at like your neighborhood commercial gym is not, if you're really invested, that's what I was told this guy yesterday on the phone. I said, you're probably going to pick up another gym membership at some point too, man. Like if you really become neurotic.
He's going to outgrow that corporate gym membership and stuff like that.
Yeah. He's a very interesting guy, man. He told me that.
Where's he live?
I didn't get that. Actually, I think he followed us on Instagram. I need to go check him out.
I low-key want him on the podcast now.
I swear.
That's a pretty dope story.
Listen to what he said. He said that God gave him a vision to meet his wife and told him to go to the gym. Told him to go to the gym and he needed to self-invest. Isn't that crazy? I was like, hey, that's respectable, bro, because he goes to meet the caliber of woman that I wanted, this basically to get to that level, he needed to change.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. That's cool. That's respectful. He's a very cool guy. And he's very disciplined. He's like, I could eat the same thing every day. I was like, man, you're like the perfect personal training client.
I would have just told him, hey, dude, just Google overload progression and just take it from there. Because that's where I think a lot of people miss the mark, especially in their 40s, 35 plus. We were talking about at the gym too, like how you classify people, now that I'm in my 40s, you know what a YN is, right? Yeah. Okay, you got the YN and then you got the UNC and then you got the OG and the triple OG. So they were just thinking about that right now because he's a OG right now. Yeah. So he has to treat his body like an OG and not like a younger YN. You know what I mean? He has to acclimate his body to where he's at right now, and you can't do the same things you could do when you were in your 20s.
No, but see, I think that's where it goes with the equipment too, is the more that you are doing things, and sometimes what you don't know, right? So like if you asked me 4 or 5 years ago about some of the equipment that I've never used, I wouldn't know because I never tested it out, because there's not a lot of like gyms out there that have some of the higher end equipment. But once you get a chance to get on there, you're like, wait a minute, and you feel the difference because you're going through, like even intermediate, even for myself, like intermediate, I'm not like now I do every day, but like even at times when it's intermediate, you still go 3 to 4 times a week. If you try just sitting into one of the more high quality ones, you feel it.
Oh yeah.
right? The tension, where it's hitting, all that stuff, the soreness is completely different. But if you've been in a big box gym and never got a chance to try the equipment, like the higher end, you'll never know. Yeah.
Jose said one time, he told me, he's like, man, he loved working out at HQ. And then he would be like, but Foreman hurts my bones. He said, but Foreman hurts my bones. And I know
it hurts a lot more than your bones, bro.
Yeah, I know.
It hurts a lot. But no, I mean to that same point, we have clients that are in the gym and they're not really big, I call it gym people. They go in there, train with their trainer, but they were even like, oh my God, this equipment's so smooth.
Yeah.
And I was like, for them to notice, then I was like, okay, yeah, I knew we made the right decision, but to hear like clients come up to me, and they're like, oh yeah, I've been here with you guys since, 2022 or whatever. And this new equipment's so much smoother. And then, you got the trainers jumping on the pendulum and they're used to like racking 4 plates on that thing. And the strength profile is different. They're like, dude, I can only get 2 plates. I'm like, wow.
That was the thing for the day.
Welcome boys. Yeah. You're going to be working on this one. Oh, so
it can be humbling.
Very much so.
Especially if you're not used to a certain piece of equipment you've been using other brands and you try to go get on those. But there's a lot of good brands out there.
A lot of great brands.
Like I think who is it? Like Lifetime. Yeah. Well, Lifetime has a like a calf extension that's like select tracks. It's fire, bro. So there's still some really good.
No, there's Arsenal is probably like second on my list. Yeah. And again, this is just a preference thing. Like everyone has theirs. There's like Arsenal, there's New Tech, you have Precore that still does
Prime.
Yeah. Prime. Obviously Prime.
I love Prime.
And it's crazy because like the next step was like, it's just what, Jason's talking about. Like me and Jason, we talk about this all the time, is like, we have our specific machines for like almost that we love in each of the equipment. Each one. I was like, I was like, this one tops it all from Arsenal. No one else,
So how did you guys make the selection on the equipment? Like, because I know you had individual pieces. Because I asked you guys this the other day. Did you guys get the same thing? You're like, no.
Yeah.
So as a gym owner, obviously you're trying to maximize revenue per square foot. You're trying to get equipment that your trainers would like, but you also like, right? I'm assuming, right? Yeah. I think we talked about this the other day. Yeah. You're like, man, if I let them pick, we'd be in trouble.
If you let your trainers pick your equipment, you're gonna have like 90 hip thrusts.
Your posterior chain's gonna be literally off the chain.
3.
Yeah, you're gonna have like 90 hip thrusts. Guys are gonna have all chest press and.
Well, you got a bunch of like booty builder equipment, right?
Yeah, we both got.
You guys both did. How's that been? Like,
no, it's great. That's what I'm saying. Like the booty builder equipment has been great. It's a small footprint for me. I have a 2-story gym, so my upstairs is kind of like the booty station. Right, so you can.
That's cool. It's more private. It's like ladies.
You could go up there, hit a good lower body workout. Not have to worry about anything downstairs. And then you walk down the stairs, and we have more leg stuff. And then we have like our back section, our upper body section. For me, picking the pieces was entirely me trying the pieces first, and then seeing, okay, what's the need? And I knew that we needed something. I mean, I think every leg day needs one big good mover, right? Like, besides the leg press. So we had a hack squat that the trainers have been using for a year. So it's like, okay, I want
band with the purple band on it.
With the purple band on there, and that
green or purple.
That mug is heavy.
Yeah.
So I knew the pendulum would fit perfect for what they're looking for trainers wise. I have a lot of bodybuilders in my gym, male and female. So when I say figure, bikini, that's what my gym attracts. Like a lot of those, and shows are one from the back. So posterior chain is very important. So I wanted to double up on the back stuff. And then there's the one chest piece that I wanted because C-Bum made it popular. So C-Bum on his last prep, he used this one, and on his YouTube, he's like, I swear by it for developing my chest. And it was a Panada. And I was like, oh.
Is it a Panada ink? Which piece is it?
It's almost like a decline depending on where you put the seat. It's like a straight press.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right. But it's unilateral. So it's
Okay, it's unilateral. Does it have a neutral grip too, where the handles come down?
Yes.
Okay, I know which one you're talking about.
So he kind of made that like famous.
And you can sit sideways and work.
You can sit however you want on there. It's super smooth. It goes deeper than the normal, right? So like one thing we had with our last equipment is it stopped here, right? And then you couldn't really adjust the seat. So this one you can adjust the seat forward. And that's the thing is like Panada really thought it through. Rudy Panada is an old bodybuilder. So you're having a guy that excelled in bodybuilding, making bodybuilding equipment. I mean,
I've heard him talk about how they reverse engineer the equipment.
Oh my God, it's
like based off biomechanics, how they reverse engineer it rather than building it forwardly. They're like, no, it needs to from from negative movement.
Oh yeah, I mean, and like I said, like with the back row machines, if you get on there and you use like a hammer strength compared to that, you can feel that strength profile.
Yeah.
Like that's why guys are like, oh, hammer strength, I could load 5-6 plates on there. There, you really can't. But it's done in such a smart way where that strength profile hits right when you're getting that last little bit of squeeze, and then that's kind of where you want it.
When you guys were trying the equipment, did they have everything that you wanted to try, or was there something that you didn't get to try?
There's still a couple pieces that I want to add there that I haven't tried, but I know they do have like a warehouse in Texas.
Yeah, there was a couple of them that they didn't bring to the show, but majority of the ones that we were following for the longest time, I think it was there. We got to try pretty much all of it.
Yeah.
Well, Henny has a sick gym in Texas. His gym's in Texas, right? Henny Rambod?
I don't know. Is it? I mean,
yeah, he has a gym in Texas. It's all blue Panada.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
He probably gets it.
It's
Down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. He probably has premium all of it. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is if you look at Panada, it's a lot of the old school bodybuilders that are sponsored by them. You know, you got like Sean Ray, you have Lee Haney, you have a bunch of these guys, Bob Ciccarelli that's on there. Yeah. Those are all the guys that started the bodybuilding trend. So who better to ask about equipment than them? But yeah, no, we're super excited to have it. I know we have a couple more pieces on the way. You know, tariffs and travel have been
fun
for everybody. Every business owner has been feeling it. So, you know, it took a little bit longer, but when we finally got it, it was definitely worth the wait. Trainers were excited. Clients were excited. You know, we're excited with the partnership with Panada because, you know, it's not about just the two gyms.
This episode is brought to you by White Rabbit Energy. If you don't know what White Rabbit Energy is, it's an alternative form of energy drink. No caffeine, no stimulants. It is a kratom-infused energy seltzer, and it's absolutely awesome. My personal favorite is the watermelon, but if you're looking for where to find White Rabbit Energy, you can just go to whiterabbitenergy.com, and we are proudly partnered with them here at Winning Daily.
We have now. It's about expanding.
When is are you guys didn't they have a bodybuilding show in Anaheim or some fitness events coming up in Anaheim?
They have them all the time.
They have them all the time.
Yeah.
Because the reason why I was looking it up right now on my laptop, but the reason why I asked that is because I know they usually have one around this time of year out there. I don't know if you guys are going to go to that.
They have them literally they have them every month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have trainers doing them. What is it? There's one Labor Day weekend, and then they have. I mean, I think I want to say there's two a month. In Anaheim specifically, I know a lot of my trainers are getting ready for the Iron
convention.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Iron Games in November.
There's a convention one that's near the end, closer to the end of the year. And that's in San Diego.
No, that's just. Oh yeah, the one in San Diego. Yeah,
That's
the Anaheim one just passed.
Yeah.
Got
Anaheim,
it. Okay. So that's the Anaheim Fit Expo.
Yeah, that one just passed.
So I think they just had their last pro show in Anaheim. So if you're qualified for the Olympia, you're qualified now, or you got to go out of state. And then I think for nationals,
That's what I'm thinking.
for nationals, the last show you want to hit is in Anaheim in November, and then one in San Diego, and then you can fly out, I think, to Texas or Savannah, Georgia, to try to get that national qualification if you're trying to get it this year or qualify for pro card.
Got it. Hey, which one of you? I think it was one of you guys said something about what was it? I forget which one of you. I have to find the piece of content, but basically it was something in our group chat on Instagram that one of you guys said something where it was talking about like the future of online trainers. They were going to be in trouble because of like the new AI that's coming out. We had talked about this before. I'll have to go back and look for it. But the reason why I brought that up again was like, we're talking about right now working out in a gym and having like all the different cool equipment and all that kind of stuff. And how we've said that a lot of times before, where in-person personal training is always going to be bread and butter and be valuable, right? And we've seen this flood of online coaches and we've seen a lot of these things, but the coaches that don't have systems or don't really understand like high level marketing, I think the online trainers a lot of trainers will struggle with not having the right systems in order to do that. But was that you that sent that? Do you remember?
Maybe been Andrew.
We have like 5 group chats.
Yeah, but it was on Instagram. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it and bring it back. But basically, regardless, it was saying a lot of these trainers that are newer and that they don't have systems and that kind of stuff developed, they're just going to get smoked, because why would you pay somebody for $200 a month for like a low ticket training program when you can use AI to do it, right? Well, especially going back to the fitness aware thing.
Yeah, so you think about it this way, like why online training went so big is, 4 or 5 years ago, we had COVID. No one could go anywhere. So the online space just blew up. You're moving every single consumer over to the online space. So you have all this kind of a big boom and a big rush, right? Now, part of personal training, like and fitness, is the aspect of it, the motivation. Because like, let's say for instance, how many times have you paid for something online, like a class or a course, and you just don't do it?
Yeah.
How many times? I mean, if it's a low ticket, especially if it's a low ticket,
especially.
yeah, right. I'll buy something. I'll be like, oh, this is a cool little like, course or something like that, and I'll put it, and it's like $100, and I just don't ever do it, right? So it's the similar concept where eventually what happens is now like where it's gonna start slowing down is, now you can go to the nicer gyms, you have nicer equipments, you have all these different things. Now you have AI that's coming out there for lower ticket, right? So it could be even lower than the online trainers that they have now. So there's your competition, right? So like that's where you're gonna bring out there and you have like this natural competition where it's either you race to the bottom or you provide more value.
It was you.
Okay.
It was you. It was from Ryan Pineda.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And but it's here. Let me see real quick.
100% Ryan. I dare say if you're a beginner coach, ChatGPT can outcoach you. Yeah.
Oh, got it. I remember.
Why would someone buy your $2,000 course when ChatGPT can outcoach you because you're just a beginner? And it comes a point where why buy a tiny challenge course when I can just ChatGPT of how to do a tiny challenge? I could probably do that. And so where's the market going? It comes down to personal branding. That's the conclusion. Number one, personal branding, and also being a person who.
Well, it goes.
So this was more than just personal training. That I could now remember that one.
Correct. Yeah. This is just coaching.
Coaching in general.
In general. Yeah. Okay. Got it. But specific to the fitness niche, talking about online training, I think that's exactly why we built. Well, that's why we built this. That's why we built Winning Daily.
Because when you look at like, let's say for instance, models like business models, or like they were talking in there like, hey, like a pitching model or sales funnel or something, you can ChatGPT these things, right? But what makes one coach better than the next, or like why would you go towards it? It's that brand recognition. It's the results, and it's how it's getting delivered. Package and delivery.
Right. That's
exactly right.
What it is.
That's what it really is. Because if you look at the core, online training is almost, if you go look at the basics of what to lose 5 to 10 pounds, it's all the same.
Yeah.
You're going to start off with all the same. It gets more advanced as people move along. But how do you package this? How do you, get it, build a community, build more value to it when you're, on a lower ticket? I think that's the key of like how you are going to win your clients into it.
Yeah, and the thing is you'll see certain people really dive into certain niches. So you'll see like a mom that has kids, and so you're more inclined to be like, I want to go with her because she understands my trouble every day. Getting the kids ready for school, having to do that, trying to fit some time in for yourself, and then you'll see like a young kid that's like really intense. Oh, you got to do this many sets, and this is what my diet is. And then another young kid's like, that's why I want to go. And then you'll see someone like Jason Poston, where you're like, okay, he's a 40-plus-year-old dude with kids, but it's the branding. Like that's what they brand themselves.
Yeah.
You don't see Jason posting his content towards younger kids.
Time out.
Right.
Let's say something right now. If you're not telling your story, that's exactly why you need to tell your story. Because there's so many trainers and coaches and fitness professionals that are scared to get on camera and talk and tell their story.
Right.
And if you don't tell your story, and then you wonder why you don't grow. And you wonder why.
Story is one thing, and finding your niche. I know we say it all the time, but if you're talking to everybody, you're talking to no one in essence. And that's why you see people that I've seen online that do really well, like Jeff with his science-based, like science-based lifters love him. They're going to go to him.
How do you say his last name? Jeff Syed?
Jeff, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. So it'd be like him. And then there's another guy, I forgot what it is, he's an older gentleman, but his is like geared towards men in their 35 to 40s that are like your guy, like they're just running themselves in the ground, like overload progression, like you still got to lift heavy. So even though ChatGPT can give that same information, it's better received when the person giving it to you fits what your mold is, like your lifestyle, right? Like you're not going to follow, or you shouldn't follow a diet from a 22-year-old girl. You're not that they're not knowledgeable, but they have all the time in the world, for the most part.
This is the same thing. Like recently,
that's where the branding comes in and telling your story comes in. So important.
I just recently I convinced my wife to follow a stock trader that she has like 2 kids. So she stay-at-home mom, trades and all that stuff, does day trading. And the reason why is because one of the things was like I was trying to talk, and I have a topic to talk to my wife, right? And I'm in day trading lately, and then I was like, I want just to share, but she's always like, well, I don't want to watch the same videos that you watch. Why? Because it doesn't like click to her as well. And then so I had found, and then I was recommended this stay-at-home mom, which is the wife of one of the traders that I follow. And I presented it to my wife, and she loves it because in the middle of her trading, she'll be talking about her kids. She'll like sit there and interact with her kids, and the video is on and all that stuff, and it's relatable.
Perceived likelihood of achievement.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. That could be me. I could be her, and I could be doing this. It's a relatable thing.
And then she literally will sit there and like, this is what I give my kids to play with. And she'll like show them the coloring book and all this. She's like, well, I'm doing this. I only need 15 minutes over here. And then she'll do the whole entire story. But it changed the perspective so much. And that's where your situation, the individual situation, that's how you're going to relate to other individuals. That's why your story is so powerful, because that's how you connect. And all humans are looking for connection.
Right.
Yeah, there's never, I think every successful person has a painful story to tell beyond that. That's why I would say tell your story or share your day-to-day and that type of thing. But there's like one of the most successful communities on school is Forex, women's Forex day trading. Yeah. It's all women. Well, they have another one separate for men now, but it started as women, and they're like, I forget how many members strong.
Oh, really? No,
go look it up. Here, I'll put it.
And they're like really, what's the word? Because I put Erica in a couple of, and then my cousin's in a couple of them for just women. And my cousin was telling me, she goes, I love this one because they're more blunt. So they'll talk about like how it's like affecting them, meaning their time of the month, like all these different things that they feel more comfortable to say to each other.
The time of the month affects the day trading?
Yes, because it's you're not supposed to be emotional when you're dealing with money. You're dealing with, so they want to take your emotions out of it. So they'll tell each other, don't do this, don't do this. If your kids are pissing you off or whatever it is, walk away from the, and they feel more comfortable talking amongst women. And I was like, damn, they're really blunt in that one.
Yeah, the remarks made by Adam I right now do not reflect Jason down the right. So if you have any kind of hate mail, please send that directly to Adam and not Winning Daily or myself.
Hey, so Forex for Women VIP, Forex for Women scalping. I'm not sure what that is. Do you know what scalping is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Why do I feel like Adam has a burner account in all of these? Like he has like he has his life sign everyone.
My alter ego is Adriana.
Yeah.
They have
he sits at home with his.
Why is that one like P Diddy?
Yeah, I thought it was, dude. I was like, dude, what kind of dude, why don't people spell things the right way? So anyways, Forex for Women, shout out to them and their community. 4,300 members strong, and $35 a month. And then Forex for Women scalping at 611 members, $35 a month. And yeah, love it, man. I like to see like, women empowerment thing. Look, I've got 4 daughters, a wife. So look, that's awesome. I love to see this. This is so cool. But yeah, maybe Eric could learn some.
And again, it's just, I love the different groups because it's so powerful, because what they're doing is they're taking an industry that we were always thinking, because even myself, okay, when I'm reading these books about these doji candles and all that stuff, they make it, and I understand the science behind it, but also to, your average person that's trying to get in, it could be very overwhelming. If someone that's not reading these books for years now, it becomes very overwhelming, and it gets a little bit, the insecurity pops in, right? Because you're sitting there like, could I don't understand this. I had to read that 10 times, whatever it is. But what a lot of these, forums and these groups do is they package it and they deliver it in a different light. They reword it in a way where it's relatable and understandable to the audience. So and that's where they're bridging that gap of this connection, because a lot of this, the background of this has been built from financial literacy and these big guys, the Warren Buffetts of the world, right? They have the whole science to it. And even myself to this day, sometimes I read certain things, I'm like, where did this come from? I don't even understand where, like left and right.
Well, technology's leveled the playing field a lot. And we've seen that, like we said, in personal training. Last Friday, you and Andrew and I sat and we were building a couple different things for Winning Daily. And we were looking at like what numbers a personal trainer or coach needs to hit to make 20K, to make 50K, to hit these desirable amounts of revenue to really make money. Because look, let's be honest. $100,000 a year now is like,
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
I think they said it's a new 60K or something.
Yeah.
it is absolutely. So, and it's like, I mean, it's so, well, in y'all's facilities, I mean, I think it's very affordable the way the trainer can come in from nothing, and it's like you can be profitable. I mean, as fast as you can make money, you can be profitable.
We have a couple of trainers that started from literal scratch. Like one girl even deleted her IG and everything. She didn't want to be on social media, and then she just started it up, and she's already at like almost 300 followers, and
Good for her.
signed a couple clients. But it's just, you know, she's doing everything we ask as far as like social media and how to present yourself, and
But that right there is about Andrew's off camera, by the way. He's over there on his laptop with like 6 screens going on. But Andrew talks about this, and Andrew, correct me if I'm wrong. I might have to yell to hear your audio right now. But he always talks about this. People like the whats and the whys are everywhere. But it's people pay for how to. Would you say that's fair to say? And implementation?
Implementation. So information's free. People pay for implementation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the how to, right? People want to learn the how costs money.
The actual do.
The actual do.
Yeah.
The actual do, because it's like, hey, how do you lose weight? Be at a caloric deficit. Okay, I hear you. How can you make me do that? And so it's like the hand holding and the pushing in the direction would be like the implementation.
Got it. Yeah, so there it is. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because in a product-based business, you have to go buy product and you have to allocate time and effort into buying a product, inventorying it. You know all about this. You know all about this from supplements. You know about this from your gyms and stocking a retail store. So there is some retail movement there. And that's not your main focus. I hate retail. But basically, as opposed to a service where, hey, from literally absolutely pretty much nothing, I mean, maybe the cost of some materials and a little bit of bootstrapping to get it going, if you're fitness aware, like we're talking about, if you can turn that into a service. But how does someone go from point A to point B to reach their results? But building that community, which you've been phenomenal at, both of you guys have, but I'm just pointing to Jason right now and saying he's been absolutely phenomenal at that. But it's mirrored in a trickle down effect. And so that's from the leadership perspective that you're sitting in, Jason, and then how your trainers are pushing that into their clients' lives. Because you've been there, you've done that. We talked about this before on this episode, by the way. It's a different thing when you've never owned a business before. And it's a tough struggle to be a business owner. Yeah. It's one thing to be an entrepreneur and work as a solid employee. Like, I'm a big part of this company and you're bought in, but you're not the owner. You are not an entrepreneur.
You don't have skin in the game, like you said.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, you can put your blood, sweat, and tears in, but if it's not yours, and you're not willing to risk it all, then but the cost of what you guys do is really cool because, I mean, day one, A1, you can start making money.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
And that's I think the one thing I always try to emphasize to new trainers or new folks that's into business and they're starting out for themselves. Everywhere it's, like if you think about how the world works in the economy, it is time and money, right? Money is another energy force. And what you're doing is you're trading it every single time. So that's what you're doing. So individuals that don't have a lot of capital or money, the one thing you have on your side is time. So for me, I'm always expressing to these new trainers, if you don't have capital to throw at your business and like make it all marketing and do all that stuff, meaning, okay, let's do line item. I'm going to go into business and I don't have $30K to start up a website, get someone to do all the SEO, get my videographer to, film me everywhere I go, then market it out, buy leads, buy all this other stuff. What do I have to still combat against that, right? It's time. So that's why we always express to a lot of trainers or new business owners, focus on creating these videos, put the camera up, get on Instagram, post, interact, like do all these things because they're one and the same, but the person that started off doesn't have the capital to pay someone to do it, right? That's your competition is somebody else that has some of the time to like pay someone to do it. So you got to do it. So
Jason, you're really good at this, man. Like when you have those trainers, and I can think of a couple that may have possibly been like that at one point or another, people that we mutually know, that almost like comparison to the thief of joy, or they see like kind of deer in the headlights. They get stuck because they're like, I don't have all these things that these other people have. They're on Instagram. They're on mostly Instagram. Let's be honest.
TikTok.
Instagram, TikTok. There's so many trainers that are looking at these other trainers that are killing it. They got 100,000 followers, or they post their client testimonials and that kind of stuff, and they feel less than because they're maybe doing a couple grand a month. They have a part-time job somewhere else. Like, what do you say to those people when you sit down? Because you actually coach them.
Yeah,
live.
I actually, that's the new crop of trainers. I just hired 5, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and none of them were anything, I guess you call big on social media. And that's kind of one of the first things we talked about, right?
Can you clarify a little bit? What would be big on social? Like, what
it changes now. I would say, meaning they have less than 500 followers.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
So they're probably like, one of them just started her IG. The other one had 200 followers. It was mostly family. And then the other one did come from a gym background, but she never even posted anything about her being at the gym because she didn't know what to post. So everything would be her going out. So anyways, it kind of to what Adam said is you got to double down on what your strengths are. So for them, I said, when you get clients or you have those clients, you're nurturing them, you're literally showing them the best customer service you can have, because what's going to happen is when they feel loved and wanted and they felt like they're getting results, they're going to tell 20 other people.
Yeah.
So you have to start from somewhere, right? Maybe you don't have the money to do a paid ad, but you have that one individual client that's killing it for you, and they're going to want to speak on your behalf because that's what good clients do. We all have good clients that don't mind going on camera, even though they're camera shy, just to make you feel good or make you look good or to write that review for you. So I told them, worry about the small stuff. Don't worry about the followers. Don't worry about the views. Just worry about getting content out there. And I think once they see, like, I've been posting consistently and slowly but surely my following goes up and then my inquiries are coming up, it's easy for them to kind of see the light. Yeah. So I think in the beginning when you're like, well, some of my trainers at my gym have 1 million followers, so you're like, oh, well, this person, I don't see them posting anything or doing anything. I'm like, they don't have to do anything viral anymore. They don't have to do anything crazy anymore. They do one post and they probably get 20 referrals or 20 inquiries. Yeah. So for you have to double down on making the most out of what you have. So if you have those 3 clients, how are we getting referrals from them? How are we spotlighting them? How are we doing like trainer videos with them, or client videos rather?
Do you have your trainers, do you instruct them at least? Because I see a few people that are doing this in the community that are very successful with this, and they're exponentially growing their business, where they're collaborating. Sorry, I was thinking of the word where they're collabing the post with their client. Now.
I mean, I have it on a checklist. I have a new trainer checklist every time I meet with them, and that's literally one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to give all my sauce out, but I can read a couple that people don't even think of.
Give it to us, man.
And a couple of them. I mean, one of them is, you're in a gym full of trainers, so it's their goal. But I do this twofold. I do this so that they start to get used to going up to trainers and making friends. So I say, pick what's one trainer that caught your eye, right? And I do this at my meetings too. So when I have new trainers, I line them up and I make them sing a song first, break the ice. They're all nervous. Sing one song. It could be happy birthday. It could be whatever it is.
Get out. You make them sing a song?
Make them sing a song.
Dude, if you made me sing a song, even right now.
But I mean, see, the trainers that have done it, they love it because they're like, now it's your turn. And then they're all just sitting there. They're all sitting there giggling with their phone, right? And the new trainer, I'm like, sing happy birthday, sing whatever it is.
Solo.
Just
acapella.
Seconds,
No,
Devil Hunter.
Yeah.
K-pop.
Whatever it is. And then I always ask them, do you do that too?
I wouldn't say sing a song,
I
but
make them sing a song.
Yeah.
Trust me, if you go to my gym and you ask they all know you're going to.
I think I should
Dude, that's
start
why I
that.
love Jason.
You're gonna sing a
I'm
song.
honestly surprised right now.
Yeah, you're gonna sing a song, and then the second thing I do, and I do this for my veteran trainers, and I also do this for the new trainers, and I'm giving this away. You can do this at your meeting. Is I tell them, I want you, in front of everyone, to pick one trainer that caught your eye and why, right? And so they'll be like, okay, well, I like this trainer. What about that one trainer? And they're new, right? But they may had a couple of interactions. What's one thing about that new trainer that you've seen that just catches your eye? Well, I see that he's always with his clients.
Yeah.
He's always tentative, and I would want him to train me. And I tell the veteran trainers, someone's always watching. This is a perfect example. Someone that just started, and they're singling out this. I do it at every single meeting. So I always tell them part of the new trainer onboarding is pick one person. You go up to them, you ask them to do a collab post. If they say no for whatever reason, come back to me. I'll see if I can coordinate it, because sometimes they are too busy. But I think collaboration is the most important thing
Imagine, I can just picture some of these like trainers that are super shy and they're new, and they're like, "Will you collab post with me?" And the person's like, "Nah, dog."
It's happened. It's happened. But I tell them, hey, look, you can't take offense to it because you're gonna get no's. You get no's in the real world.
You practice,
100%.
So
you got to get thick skin if you're gonna be an
But
entrepreneur.
see, that's what I do. You're gonna embarrass yourself because people go, doing this is embarrassing. Well, singing in front of 30 other trainers, happy birthday, can be embarrassing. But then I know right away what their personality is.
What other songs have people chose to sing?
You know what's a good, always 2000s hip hop.
Okay.
2000s hip hop, or like even depends on the age, man. My age of my gym is everywhere. I have a trainer that's 43. I have a trainer that's 22.
Okay.
And they think they're old, and it drives me nuts.
You have a good like age range. Too.
You have you have a good age range.
I think one of the oldest trainers I have is in his 70s.
Yeah, you have it. So I mean,
So and then we have younger trainers, and they're like, I think 21 or 22 is the youngest.
Who has Damien? Damien, is he one of yours?
Yeah,
Or
so
is
Damien-
perspective.
So
He's like working his way to get there.
correct.
He's
So
a prospective.
yeah,
trainer?
prospect. So like what we did with Damien, shout out to Damien out there, but I just chatted with him, and again, and I know Jason does this as well. When I'm speaking to like a potential trainer that wants to train at our gym, I ask them several serious questions, and I also help try to gauge with where they're at. Because at the end of the day, I'm looking for their success in the long run and not necessarily just getting them in there just run business, right? And because I want to give them the tools. So we sit down and we like start to strategize out like the differences, and so how he would put a program together to get to becoming a trainer himself. So Damien came to us, and I love his energy. He is a lot younger, but he
How old is he again? Isn't he like 21?
yeah.
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah, so he's super young, but the thing is he has
Yeah.
great potential. And so I didn't want to just throw him in there. So what I said to him, I said, if you're willing to like be a sponge, I'll give you access to winning daily, like everything. And I'm going to make you almost kind of like an intern, and I'm going to put a strategy together where your potential, where you're going to be
came up.
as a trainer, because his energy was just all there. And I understand, him being, cause he's from the Bay Area. So he's down here by himself going to school. So it's not one of those things that like, oh, I have cash to kind of like throw here and there. So again, for me, it's time or money, right? So I see that he has more time. So I said, hey, if you be a sponge and I can see that you're getting value out of this, I want to offer it to you, right? As long as you respectfully take advantage of it, right?
And he does.
Yeah. So like,
He does.
Like he's on our calls, he's taking notes, he's doing all this stuff. That's the thing that like some of the individuals like myself and Gabe and Jason are looking for, because we're talking to individuals, and then like the ones that don't care, you kind of lose that too as well. So when I see someone that like wants it that bad, I you kind of work.
Damien will show up to our coaching calls too. I'm just saying, whether it's Damien or somebody else, he shows up to our coaching calls in his vehicle, like, and he's taking notes. He's asking questions. He's engaging other people. Like those type of people.
When you want it, it doesn't matter where you're at.
Mark Henderson always talks about this.
Yeah,
Shout out Mark. Don't know be Mark right now. He's in the Bahamas. Shout
Sam
out
him.
Mark. Yeah. Should call him in right now. What's up? What's going on? Call him in on WhatsApp right now. But no, he always talks about that. Like, if you're a successful person, and I think Damien exhibits those characteristics. We're using him as an example right now. But if you're that type of person and you're going to be successful no matter where you go. Like, I could take you out of this industry, put you in another industry, put you in another industry, put you on an island. You will be successful to whatever degree that might be. Yeah, I'm excited to see what you guys are going to be doing. I know that you guys have some changes coming, but I'm very excited to watch. Very excited to come work out at your gym. To come work.
Come with your son.
Yeah.
I want you to work first.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but anyways, guys. So, anything you want to say to the people of America before we end this episode? Take us out, Jason. Like to put Jason on the spot like that.
It's been a long journey for me this week, so I have nothing really captivating other than put yourself out.
What are your weekend plans? Tell us that at least.
Oh, dude, my weekend plan today is Friday. I'm having a dinner with my pastor and his family, and then we do outside night. We'll do some s'mores, and Saturday we do swim class. grocery shopping, workout, clean, and Sunday we do church. And so I'm boring, but I love it.
No.
My life is so boring, you guys. Like us, you know, I had a content creator who's like, hey, you should do like behind the scenes of what you do. I go, I'm so boring. People are gonna be like, you do the same thing, but I love it. I love my boring life. Like I wouldn't trade my boring life for anything.
But surprisingly, I would watch it. I would watch it. If you had a
That's
vlog,
what he said,
I'd watch it.
Yeah. He's like, just do like, you know, you go in church and, you know, you guys go grocery shopping or your daughter's swim thing, like just kind of put it in there. Like he's like, even you doing her hair in the morning, because her hair is like down to her butt, like past her butt, like almost down to her calves. And people are like, you do her hair? I'm like, yeah, I know how to do hair. I know about the hair conditioner. I know they have brushes. I have so many packs of rubber bands in my car. He's like, dude, you gotta put that out there. I should take my own device, right?
I watched that the video that you posted, or it was like a short clip. It was like she had her camera. Was she wearing her camera?
So yeah, it was so
like
cute.
POV?
She, like
The Meta glasses.
I bought Meta glasses and I bought them. I bought them two.
That's what that was.
I bought them twofold. Whenever we go on vacation or we go to Disneyland, like she likes YouTube, right? And there's like little girls at YouTube, so she'll vlog. So I'll open my phone and there'll be pictures and videos galore because she knows my password. And it'll be like, hey guys, this is Disneyland. And so you know what? I'm gonna get her. And when we go to Disney or when we go to Hawaii, she'll vlog the hotel room. So I said, I'm gonna get these glasses. So I let her take them with her to church and her Sunday school. So there's like a little bit of her vlogging, but I don't post that because there's other kids in there.
Right.
But it's like her interacting with her friends in church. And then we go get her and she runs away from my wife because she wants to see me in the main hall. So it's her turning them on. And it's a longer video, but it's a part where she's like, she just wants me to see her with the glasses. She thinks it's going to be the funniest thing because she's like, look at me. So she's like laughing the entire time. You can hear her little breathing, you know, like going through the crowd. Yeah, you know what I mean? So like I got those glasses for me, but really like she uses them all the time. Like it's so funny to see my phone. I open it and there's like a picture of her in front of the mirror, you know, because you can take pictures of it. Or, hey guys, I'm going to help my dad cook today and this and that. And then I'll see her with the glasses. Like, are you recording? She's just a little bit. Because then, you know, she records everything. Everything. Yeah. Kicks the door up. You guys have kids, you know, your kids will just kick the door open.
Oh my gosh.
You're in the shower. Dad, what? Hey. Yeah. So there's a lot of deleting, but for the most part, I mean, even I posted that as a story. And then some guy that's really big on content, he's like, dude, that would make a beautiful reel. I said, okay, well, I was at church. So let me just put it on a reel. But the more I feel like you share from that POV, and he told me the same thing, POV perspective is like really doing well on social media. So I tell my trainers, if you follow any of my trainers, they're heavy on POV right now. POV and like answering quick questions about whatever industry they're in the field.
I saw another successful trainer doing POV stuff where he trains like athletes. And it was pretty cool because he actually does some hands-on training with them, like ball tosses and that kind of stuff. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, granted, did he have Meta glasses or?
He wears a chest cam.
Oh, okay, the chest.
He wears a
61, right?
He wears a chest cam, and he's got a lot of rugby athletes, and it's badass what he does because they're doing hit stuff, and he trains in small groups. So he's like, it's really cool. What you got going on this weekend, man?
I'm similar. It's every single weekend. It's always gonna be, if it's not family coming in, or I'm not going to see family because my sister is in Vegas and my mom's in Vegas, but if we're not seeing them, we
bring about that cough back from.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that in the
bro. It was funny because last night, my group of friends literally wrote down, they've been keeping track. He said, every single time you go to Vegas to visit your sister, you come back with a cough. Like literally down to the end. I was like, and then they're like 5 out of 5 times. So I was like, well, damn, you guys are keeping track. But every weekend is we swimming. So my boy loves swimming. My kids love swimming, and we have a pool back there in my backyard. So we spend some days we do like twice a day.
Yeah.
Right. Just go over there and spend time with him. And you know, my kids are like, I watch them and sometimes to me, like it's the same thing like what Jason is saying is like, if you look at the broader side of things, it sounds, if I just tell someone what I'm doing, it sounds boring, but I'm having so much fun doing it, right? We're swimming 2 to 3 times a day. We play hide and go seek. I guess every single night we play hide and go seek.
Yeah.
Right. And you know, and then we have dance parties. Like my kids love dance.
My parents have dance parties. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah, it's now or when you were a kid, you mean?
No,
like as them two, they have that for it.
Dude, no, they have like they'll do one if it's like them and another couple. They'll do one if they have like a party of people. My parents are a vibe, dude.
Well, yeah, but you say your mom's really fit, right? Your mom's like,
Andrew met my parents when they came in town, but they're like they're the hostess with the mostest.
Like that. Well, that's Southern hospitality, right?
Oh yeah, but they love dance parties, and that's cool.
Yeah, and I mean I don't host them that much because my son, I mean they're at the age where they just want to be in their either diaper or. So that's why he's always the.
Yeah. You do have to regulate. You know, when they get home, they feel comfortable. I understand that.
It's so hilarious because I think I posted it a couple times where what I post is the clothes on the floor. So literally, my son gets home and there's a snail trail of like his clothes. Yes, that's like it goes first one sock, the second sock.
Yeah,
and
I sure all kids. Yeah, it's same thing. Yeah,
and I come home, I'm like, oh, you guys just got home?
Yeah,
literally
you see a shoe. Yeah.
So funny, but spending time with them, and I mean, make the main thing the main thing. Like I work so hard during the week,
right?
Yeah, the point of it is that part.
Or you spend time with your family.
Yeah, so I work so hard. I mean, like some of you guys, during the week from Monday through Friday, Monday to Thursday, it's like 14 hours a day, 16 hours a day.
Literally.
Switching from one business to another. And then so when the weekends come, it is all family time. And the cool thing is like, it also intrigues me because I'm like always trying to think of something cool to do with, they're at that age where they enjoy going to like the museum or something like that. It's like new to them. So it's fun.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think we're gonna be grilling and chilling. Probably hit the beach. Might go to Dog Beach in San Diego without our dog. It's like there's so many dogs.
The other dog,
why bring it into the beach?
Why bring dogs to the dog beach?
Yeah, but there's a fish taco spot we hit down there, and it's awesome. So we'll probably do that and then church on Sunday.
Here we go.
But I do want to say this because this idea came into like conception about a year ago. And so much has changed in the past year. It's hard to believe. And to watch, like, the older I get, the more life can change and things happen. And to see this idea, when I say this idea, I'm talking about Winning Daily. So if you're a member of our community, shout out. But if you're not a member of our community, it may be something for you to consider. This is the first time you've listened to this. This is the first time you've ever met or, seen Adam or Jason or myself. It might be something they're worth considering because we've put a lot of time and effort into this. And it was an idea put forth a year ago to help people build. I think this is going to be a lot bigger than what I initially thought it was going to be.
100%.
And it's starting to compound now. And to see where it was last summer, just like the idea of it, and then now full spectrum to a year, or full circle, I should say, to a year, and what we've been able to like bring on partners, and really what we're about to start launching now coming into the fall is absolutely huge. But if you want to see what we have going on in the community, you can just go to the link in the bio or in the description here. You can check us out at winningdaily.com. But our community has a bunch of coaching calls. So every week we go live. If you haven't tuned into these, we do a live coaching call every Wednesday, Pacific Standard Time, noon. Okay, so sometimes it might be a different time for you, but it's live at noon. If you miss those, you can always join our community. It's a 7-day free trial, and you can watch these. We record them and put them into the community. So there's a lot of really good, how Jason was like, I don't want to give away my sauce. Well, guess what? The sauce is in there, and you can go check them all out. There's a lot of really cool stuff that you can skip through there, and we have a lot more cool stuff coming. But
one of my close friends reached out to me because I was posting about Winning Daily recently, literally yesterday, and I never knew this, but he opened up. He was like, well, my dream has always been, and I've been trying to do this with since he's been a coach for his kids. He wanted to open up because he's like, I know you're in the gym space. I want to open up a baseball, slash volleyball. And he laid it out, and he had a business plan, all of it. But he didn't have he had some missing pieces that he didn't have answers to. And immediately as he was telling me, I literally thought of our group and our business like partners, right? Because when he was talking about like trying to book scheduling, I was thinking about Simplex. When he was talking about like structure of how to like help manage other coaches, I was thinking about Jason. And even like to put into a scenario of understanding how to build something from scratch, I definitely thought of like our partners here, and I invited him to join. He would have never thought there was a group out there for this.
Yeah.
Right. And so I know specifically that we push out there a lot of times it is for the fitness industry, which is for personal trainers, but at the same time, it encompasses all.
Yeah, 100%. So if you haven't checked this out already, you know where to go find us now. And we really appreciate you listening to the episode. If you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching this on YouTube or anywhere you get your podcast set. And we will talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.
Bye. Let's rip off some hot seat questions. You guys ready for this?
Bye right now.
Okay.
Hot seat questions. There are 21 because who likes 20? Okay, the answer or response is win or whack. And I'm going to alternate back and forth here. Okay, here we go. Rapid fire. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Lock in. Okay, cold plunges every morning. Win or whack?
Win. Discipline.
What do you got?
Win.
Okay. 10K mastermind weekends. Adam, win or whack?
Win.
Win for the person hosting them.
Okay. Hiring a VA before you hit 5K a month. Win or whack?
Win.
Win, because they're pretty affordable.
Yeah, they're pretty affordable.
Yeah, okay. Posting gym selfies for business content. Win or whack?
Win.
Win if it's not the sole base of your content. Does that make sense? If you're not just relying on that win.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't just do win or whack.
It's okay. No, we're good with it. I don't think you're gonna get canceled with it. Hey, let's go to the next one. 75 hard challenge. Win or whack?
Win.
Win.
Okay.
Well, you said that like you think it's whack.
I didn't. No. Hey, look. You want me to get
Andy, are you listening?
Well, I'm just like, well, what happens on day 76?
I think
You're allowed to be soft.
No, I think 75 is what 75 allows you to build those healthy habits.
Yeah.
And I think no one says, oh, after the 75 hard, I'm going to go back to my regular. I think you've already built those healthy habits doing it. So in theory, you should continue those. Maybe not as hard, but you should have the right tools to get yourself.
But also, the 75 hard has a second version of it. So there's an extension of it. They actually expand on it.
Okay,
Yes.
so I made a post on Threads about this. I won't go because I know it's rapid fire questions, but I made a post on Threads about this.
I saw it.
And there's a lady who made 75 soft, 75 medium, and 75 hard.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen that? Have you seen that? Okay. All right. That's why I asked these things. Okay. Buying followers on Instagram, win or whack?
Whack.
Whack.
Okay. Waking up at 4 a.m. to be elite.
Whack. You ain't got no kids, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Sales scripts word for word.
Oh, whack.
Whack.
Okay. Free trials for coaching clients. Adam.
Win.
Win.
Okay. Running Facebook ads with no offer built.
Whack.
I mean, whack, yeah.
I had to keep some of these obvious for you. Energy drinks before every workout, win or whack?
Fucking win. What you talking about?
Double
win.
Win? Okay. DM outreach to 100 strangers a day. Adam?
What'd you say?
He said win.
I said win.
Okay.
I thought you said whack. I was like, wait, what?
Spending 3K on a logo before launching. Win or whack?
Who was first?
Jason,
I
go.
would say win.
Okay.
Because you want to act like your business is going to be a successful business. And I think it starts the first impression.
Okay.
Yeah. Win.
Don't steal it. Don't steal
The
it.
only thing for me, if the business needs that logo.
Okay.
If it's a type of business that needs that logo, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no.
So like a brick and mortar, it's a win.
Okay.
Adam's answer, whack.
Okay. Lifetime deals on random software tools. Andrew's about to get excited over there. He loves that shit.
Win.
Okay. Win or whack? Adam, what do you got? Lifetime deals on random software tools. Go.
Win. I get it.
Okay. Win or whack? Jason, gym merch as a revenue stream.
Whack.
Whack.
Golly, Adam said that with some spice on it.
And I love
taking pre-workout dry scoops. Win or whack?
I mean, get it in your system however you want. I'm going to say win.
I say win.
Okay.
No, you down that with an energy drink.
I mean, is there another way?
Hey, paying for a blue check. Win or whack?
I've heard arguments for both. So
Win or whack?
I'm going to say win. Even though I don't have it, I'm going to say win.
Win.
Okay. Group coaching versus one-on-one coaching. Win or whack, Jason?
Wait, what?
Group coaching versus one-on-one coaching.
Give me an example.
Personal training.
Win.
Okay.
Win. I mean, it's not really a win or what.
These meta glasses. win.
It's a matter of personal preference.
Yeah.
Signing a client without a contract, Adam.
Whack.
Whack.
Coughing on a podcast, Adam.
Whack.
Fireable offense.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's our hot seat questions for this round.
Meta Ray-Bans.
Thanks for tuning in to the Winning Daily YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and go right here and turn that notification bell on. We look forward to winning daily with you.